Hold on. Yes? Can you hold on?
Hello? Oh, hello. It isn't mine. It isn't. No, it isn't. My car is white. Hang on. My car? I love my car. Well, goodbye.
What do you think of this? Time on the human scale is an idiotic proposition. No. No? No. Me neither. Some of it is lost in the inflection, I think. Probably a great deal, I'm afraid. Anyhow, it's none of my business. You're right. Goodbye.
Hello? Ask him what he wants. $100. Picture in your mind 100 American dollars. Can you hang on? Ask him what he wants. No, that's revolting. No, that isn't insulting. That is an insult to the quiet majesty of the flag. Tell him I hope he gets cancer.
Well, is it a tumor or a cyst? A difference in quality as well as kind. After all, I'm not an idiot. Oh, this just came in. At the market, I bought onions and English peas and packed them into a sack and flung the sack over my shoulder so that the little bulbs pressed coldly against my body as I climbed the hill. Do you suppose that's true? I couldn't imagine. Yes, but even a baby has coiled inside him the capacity for moral outrage. Uh-huh. I see. In some cultures that... Well, goodbye.
Hello? It's Spanish. Yes! Oh, hi, honey. Jesus. I don't care what the kids call you. The one with the wooden leg? Honey, he doesn't scare me. Next time, don't stare directly into the wound. That's my advice.
This just came in. My mother says nobody is more a man than me. Not the happy flower, not the laughing bee. No. What? This is yesterday's. That's why it isn't news.
Hello. Wait one moment. Wait one goddamn moment. Could you just picture one Christ-loving minute in your little goddamn mind, and you wait it out! Oh my God. It is obvious to me at last that I've mastered nothing. Well, goodbye.
I was 8 years old, a man broke into my house and murdered my mother and father. I was only spared because I was sent to the hospital early that day to be treated for a chronic respiratory condition that left me strangled all through childhood. The day of the murder, I collapsed into my bowl of cornflakes and nearly drowned. Because of this brush with death, I skirted the death that was meant for me and began a life, as it were, loose from its fate. There were several days of idiotic calm, during which I was still unaware of the murder, spoiling away my dank, tiny hospital room while my surly hospital wardens called my house to try and get my parents to come and take me off their hands. The phone rang and rang. Finally, a nurse stopped by my house on her way home from work. She threw up right onto the carpet when she found the bodies. It left a gold flourish on the dirt brown blood, which had soaked through the pile and was beginning to stain the floorboards below. As I say, I grew to understand my existence as a sort of floating contract with death, the fate I had shirked by accident, out of weakness, as a consequence of my weak constitution. I began to feel dangerous and unruly, like a train that slipped its tracks. So I began to focus all of my attention to a single point of obsession, rooting out the man who murdered my mother and father. I haunted the basements of libraries and government buildings, the microfiche and records rooms. I combed newspaper articles and police reports. When these were exhausted, I worked door to door in a variety of disguises. I conducted interviews by mail. I put squirrely leading ads in all the newspapers. Finally, I found out who the man was.
Hello?
Hello?
He was you. Now, I believe I'm a fair man and a plain-speaking man, so let me be plain with you. I have a knife hidden in my trousers, and I will use it to kill you. Here's why you'll never see the knife. 100 times a day for the last 100... For the last day, I've practiced drawing a knife from where it's hidden 100 times for the last 14 years. I've practiced drawing a knife and slicing open your neck. I've practiced moving out of the way of the splatter. I've practiced the monkish work of erasing the scene of all evidence. I've practiced the long night drive to the dried out creek bed where I'll burn your body and bury the remains. There is no possibility that I will fail. I've killed you 500,000 times already, and all that remains is for me to consecrate that act by delivering it into the moment for which it was made perfect.
is really coming down out there.
Slicing throat with knife for poison severing, of feet getting flushed, holding pea paper cuts of fire intentionally drowning in the sea. Jumping off of the bridge, a cliff hardcore fasting, falling on my sword, draining blood, lightning strikes me twice, let us all sever our feet. Death by bear or a stoning, hanging, severing, of feet getting dropped. Death by fear, chocolate, desire brutally getting swarmed by bees. Death by death or a dying, death thing comes for everyone in their time. What comes next, or is there nothing that has seen that last verse again? Death by death or a dying, death thing comes for everyone in their time. What comes next, or is there nothing now? Let's sing that last verse again. Death by death, or a dying death comes for everyone in their time. What comes next? Or is there just nothing? Now let's sing that last verse again. Death by death or a dying, death thing comes for everyone in their time. What comes next, or is there nothing else ever long or free?
It's been a long road. A long, winding road, you could say. And I won't apologize for any of it. I can't apologize for any of it. What would I even apologize for? But here we are, and here I am, in front of you, accepting this new position that will change the course of my life, and most assuredly, yours as well. It's funny, when I was a little kid, just a child, when I was a little kid, I knew that someday I'd be up here. I guess you could say I always had a heightened sense of responsibility. I always made sure, no matter what, that all of my stuffed animals, no matter how piled up and numerous, could breathe. It's so important. Yes, I do rescue ants and put them in good homes. I mean, I don't ever assume anyone is watching. In accepting this position and this award, I won't let any of you suffocate. I can promise you that. As a man, I take my role in society on face value. I can tell you that much. What is a man? You know? What is a man? A man? A man? A man has a family, has a job, went to school. A man is good at sporting, sport. A man eats right. A man stays trim. A man wears a suit and a tie, a tasteful hat. A man is not afraid to dance. A man chooses not to dance. A man leads the prayer. A man leaves the table first. A man leaves the table last. A man leaves the table never is going right and leave the table. A man gets the chair closest to the TV and the lamp. A man chooses the news to watch and when. A man thinks with his mind and his gut. I take this all very seriously, and that is why I am here today. What? Excuse me, what? You've got to be kidding me! Fine! Okay, fine, that's just fine!
Hello.
Hello!
Hello, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Sure.
Okay.
It's really coming down out there. It's really coming down out there.
I'm actually on a bit of a time... Never mind. Thank you for having me.
Let's get started then.
Great. That sounds great.
Do you? Is this okay?
Sure. I mean, well, what else is there?
I just like to let people know, in this situation where there's a palpable power dynamic, I just like to say, how are you? Comfortable?
Oh,
Like, yes, I do have the questions. I do have the answers. I do have the, I guess, directive. But you are a part of this, potentially. So, despite all that, your comfort is important.
Thank you.
So... Hello? No, I know. I did. Yes. Yes, of course. Well, I don't know. Well, if you think you can do it... Sorry. No, I know. You're right. Right now? Normal, I guess? I'll let you know. Yep. Okay. Sure. Let's begin.
Okay.
And you are feeling comfortable. Okay.
Yes.
Good.
I think so.
I think too. So.
Okay.
Let's begin.
Let's. Okay. Where would you like to begin?
At the exact middle.
I was already a ghost by then.
Spooky.
Yes. I was a spooky ghost. I was haunting a home, but it wasn't mine.
You could tell you didn't belong there.
Yes.
You were occupying a space you should not have been occupying.
I guess so.
I see.
What are you writing?
Nothing? Notes?
I think you were just drawing circles with larger circles around those circles.
Yes. Those are my notes.
I see.
Is that a problem?
Of course not.
If it's a problem...
No.
Okay.
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 Anyway, what's a ghost without a graveyard? I'm asking.
Like a broken pane of glass.
Certainly.
What came next?
My great remembering.
Yes.
Once I realized that flesh is not flesh, I became the full realization of myself. I had to occupy a space existing only between my two ears. No pleasant place to be, I can assure you. As sure as the skin on your face.
I see.
Okay.
Okay.
Were you sleeping before I got here?
Come on in.
I'm here! Is this the place?
This is the place. I am here.
Let's get started then.
I'll sit first, please.
Yes, please, sit first.
I will sit first and then ask for it.
Ask for it first and then sit.
I would like to sit first and be comfortable and then ask for it, because then I'll be comfortable to ask for it.
I'd like for you to ask for it first so then I can go and fetch it. And then when I return, you will be comfortable, which will make me more comfortable.
Need to take this. Well, I know it's short notice. I know we have to get this position filled. It's great to hear. I am ready to work. I am a big fan of your work. Yes. Yes, I mean the community. Right now is not a good time. Well, that seems down the line, but if you think... Yes. Yes? Yes. 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 Yes, okay. Sure. Yep. Sorry. You were saying.
I guess my greatest strength is my ability to turn my body into rubber.
I gotta take this. I know. Of course I fed it. I'm not a monster! Oh, well, that takes care of that. Yep, thank you. So, how did you find the place? Your resume is impressive.
I didn't give you a resume.
By your resume, I mean your appearance.
The eyes seldom see what the body lacks. Chooch!
Chooch! Chooch! Chooch!
Choochie!
Chooch! Chooch!
Chooch!
Choochie! Chooch! Choochers!
Chooch!
Chooch!
Choochie!
Chooch!
Choochie!
Chooch! Choochie!
Chooch!
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 Hello? I'm here. Hello? Okay. Hello? Hello? I said I'm here. Not gonna wait around forever. Not gonna wait much longer. Look, there's so many other things I could be doing right now. You know what? If I stop waiting now, I'll likely miss out by just a hair, and I think we could all agree that is the worst. I really thought someone was, or at least I thought something might. You know what? I will have a seat. Thank you. If I'm just gonna have to wait around for goodness knows how long, I will make myself comfortable. Why not? Can't be much longer. You know, I don't think it makes me desperate to want to be comfortable.
Dear and beloved stranger, please eat this food with us, that we may all be nourished. Please share this walk with us, that we may all know nature's peace. Please rest in this warm house, that we may come to know each other. Please sleep under these soft blankets, that we may all know safety. Please pray this prayer, that all our names of God may guide us on.
I'm starving.
I know, me too. I forgot to eat earlier.
Today was pizza day, so I loaded up pretty good, but I can always eat.
Oh my god, how was the test?
I'm not sure yet. We'll know until we get into that tomorrow.
Well, how did you feel about
It was a test.
I saw the funniest thing today.
Oh?
I guess. Well, it was definitely one of those things that you would need to see for yourself.
That makes sense.
Oh, I suppose it does, if that's how you want to look at it.
Stop it. But I am glad that I didn't miss it.
That reminds me, that funniest thing. I totally saw this guy buy yesterday's paper instead of today's, which he definitely didn't mean to do. And I didn't say anything. I didn't want to embarrass him. But now I feel bad because he's a day behind everyone else.
Oh, surely he noticed.
You have to be an idiot.
I don't think so.
Wow, he should try to pay more attention to things like that. I mean, I do.
Well, not everyone has the resources to pay attention like you do.
I don't know if I would say that.
I'm just saying.
I know, but I don't know if I would say that.
Okay.
Can I have friends over this weekend?
I can't believe you're already thinking of the weekend.
Oh my god, I feel like I live for the weekend. The other days just can't go fast enough.
I don't know. Every day's pretty much the same if you ask me.
Stop it.
I don't know, I look forward to Wednesdays.
I think I could look forward to the weekend more if I just had a good idea of what it would be doing out there.
You're a planner.
I think it is pretty common to want to know what it will be doing out there. I think it is common. Is it normal? I don't mean normal, of course, but like, is it normal, you know, in a situation where everyone is there and you are there and just like, is it normal? Just like, there's not like pressure, but just like, is it normal in a situation like I am describing? Like, is it normal for like a normal person? Just like, is it normal that, and I'm not saying always or never, but just, is it normal if from time to time, or really usually, or really always, I prefer my thoughts?
Oh, I can't say you're wrong. I think you can just go for it no matter what.
Or don't.
Stop it.
So can I have friends over or what?
Now, let's just spend some time together, okay?
Yeah.
There it is again.
It's just like, you know, it gets a little old.
No, I don't know. What? Tell me.
Okay, come on.
It's really not a big thing.
That's not really fair for you to say. I mean, do I have to say that? You know? Do I have to say that? All I want ever is to just here we go! It's great to have you spend an evening at home, Jeff. It's been quite a while since we played.
There are extraordinary disadvantages.
Are you careful about your appearance?
I recall its peculiar qualities.
I
influenza. I would like to make a proclamation. I am in the midst of a great transition. Powerful changes are overtaking me. I am a vision, not slanted like poetry, but upright like a dream. Bear witness, even now I shudder in the grip of my transformation. I am the clean, bitter, coming into being of a new species of man. The cities are burning, the plains are smoldering, the very tides have spun awry. Forests! Victim one body clear against the dead! Which only come clear against this backdrop of training elements sent worry to grab you! The floodgates are opening! A new calm, woven with turbulence that set atop me like a sail settles upon the onrushing waves. Blue prawns come together on canton strings, and you arrive piercing twigs of light. What is this place? An unorganized body, that's what it is. Fertile. Prone. Ugly. It is a thought the undoing has of itself. We recognize as sacred those figures absolved from consequence. Night is a fire you can't put out. There are extraordinary disadvantages. I recall its peculiar qualities. I remember the great influenza. Are you careful about your appearance? It's great to have you spend an evening at home, Jeff. It's been quite a while since we played.
You see, Chooch, the usual theory of inflation breaks down in eternal inflation. We derive a dual description of eternal inflation in terms of a deformed Euclidean CFT located at the threshold of eternal inflation. Huh? The partition function derives a dual description of eternal inflation it gives us the amplitude of different geometries of the threshold surface in the no boundary state. Huh? Its local and global behavior in dual toy models shows that the amplitude is low. for surfaces which are not nearly conformal to the round 3-sphere. And essentially 0 for surfaces with a negative curvature. Based on this, we conjecture that the exit from eternal inflation does not produce an infinite, fractal-like multiverse, but is finite and reasonably smooth. Huh?
What?
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 Yes, what?
I just don't get it.
I know. You can't. I don't think you can. It's sad, but I still try.
Please. Stop.
I'm not sure that would be responsible. I have a responsibility.
To whom?
I can't be responsible for you not getting it.
You are not helping.
Maybe I am,
You are not.
but maybe I am. And you just don't know.
Why does it matter?
Exactly.
Man, it's really coming down out there.
Really?
How long will I have to wait?
No.
No.
I'm not waiting for the other shoe to drop.
It's 5 a.m. and you
I'm
know
waiting
it's
for
about
both
to
my
start.
shoes.
What the hell, the hell, the hell, the hell, the hell, the hell,
She
the
took
hell,
my
the
size
hell,
carefully.
the heck?
Then left without
Are
any
they?
indication of
How
her return
long will I
time.
have to wait?
Here I am, fiddling my goddamn toes for close to 20 minutes. She said clearly, "You're a
Thank
size
you.
7, ma'am." And disappeared.
How long will I have to wait?
The thought
Wow, I've been prancing for 24
waiting
hours and
with
I've
my
been too much of a
nummies
disco
out,
biscuit.
shoeless,
I am ready.
5 a.m.
wraps
She's
around
still
my
isn't
brain in
here.
a tight clench and squeezes my heart
Booging down
like a wet
beautiful
sock
production
submersion on
ready.
something.
I can't keep
Eventually
plugging in and
must
turning
come
up.
out. She must come out. What is she
Well,
doing in there?
with the dingo?
I am.
Normally I'm
I can't keep
jumping
calling
and
in
the
the
air
roll
walking
and
cold strides and fast
actually
passes.
pushing
Never
like
to the left or right, just directly.
I keep
Right down the
figuring
middle,
out my
arrow
boss.
directly to the bullseye.
I can't keep dipping me, dipping me, dipping.
Sometimes
I can't keep
never
pulling
square
your
over
shit
circle.
suit.
And always sunshine kind of her gloomy boobies.
I can't keep on raising the roof. Sure.
Okay. Burning down the house. Okay, but I didn't know that.
But the longer I linger
Okay, but now I do.
in this soulless purgatory,
How long will I have to wait?
Still,
the clearer it becomes that
I
she
am
is
here.
not coming back.
they are not.
Thank you.
I could leave, but the
They're playing the
thought
song I've set as my alarm in the morning.
barefoot out of this snake pit turns my hands to pins and noodles and makes my throat scorch.
Oh well.
Ah! Why is she doing this to me? You call
These hands
this
weren't made for
service?
touching things.
You call this customer care? I call it deliberate hellscapes. With no rope to climb or to hang yourself with. 2 guns and no bullets. A wickless dynamite stick. Hello, ma'am. We don't have a size 7. Can I interest you in the 2-tone saddle or the Diamondback Jenny loafer? The Cat Daddy Flatty is also very popular.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing for dinner tomorrow at the end. And then go get the kids and get dinner at dinner.
Now?
Maybe you could do it at dinner time and get some dinner at around
No.
4. and get to dinner tomorrow night.
Now?
Dinner tomorrow night.
I am ready.
Dinner tomorrow, and dinner tomorrow at around dinner time.
Think so?
Dinner tomorrow night. I will do it. I'm so sorry I forgot.
Well, I didn't know.
When is a good time for me
Well,
tomorrow?
I didn't know that.
What was the night you got me a couple days before you got back in your car?
Okay.
So sorry, you didn't realize I was going back down there.
Okay.
I just got to the office. I just want to know what it is that's going on with me.
Yes.
I want to... When is the time to go get back with you? I gotta... Is a good day to get some dinner tomorrow at dinner.
Okay.
And dinner tomorrow night.
Okay.
Or maybe you can come back in a bit if I get dinner. So sorry.
Okay.
I dreamt of a landscape I doubted I would find.
But over the hand-laid rails and in the just quiet forest past World's End,
An ambient and open peace.
What's the source of these sensations? I'd boarded at King's Cross.
and
Dressed as a sailor.
I had just taken leave.
After a year's journey around Cape Town.
Dinner is served.
The porter screamed.
Not 1 second after 8 o'clock.
I lurched forth from the travels I had taken as trees and prepared for the meal.
Greased and starched.
I was given a seat in an empty booth.
A parent, a recent copy of the annual register in hand.
Unwillingly sat across from me.
The child to the side. Aloud,
There was a false consultation with the child.
an already precocious surface for projection.
Then a ferocious series of whispers.
They arose without a word.
and retook their place in coach.
A moment later, George entered, sat calm and most pleasant.
And from a volume of hair,
Ordered a sandwich.
Hello.
We said,
After a brief moment,
George.
Paraphrasing.
Said.
how is someone to be explained unless you at least knew somebody who knew the father and mother?
in the next quiet moment,
I listened to the atmosphere pool through the open window.
Its many voices seemed to cohere.
and said,
Pay attention to both the interior and exterior worlds at the same time.
George bit the sandwich in large and occasional bites.
in our isolation,
We tore through the forest.
My calm, ironic companion and I.
and I slid my head through the window and hollered the letters of the names of the passing trees. A-S-H! B-R-C-H! O-N-K! M-A-P-L-E!
My ankle was burnt and locked.
But my fist would hurt worse in Bristol.
as they ransacked my room across the hall.
They had harassed someone else wearing a sailor's uniform. I had a thought.
And I tried to keep it as one.
Whether something sits at the original spot of what I do.
George was kept from my car.
The dining car is closed! The porter screamed.
Leaking into my confinement.
Must have only been 9:15.
Exactly!
The men say the rosaries.
And the others finger pearls.
In the thin and eternal column of this train,
I had heard this joke twice before.
Man! It is... Man! It is really... Man! It is really coming down. Man! It is really coming down. Man! It is really coming down out there.
forgiveness! Tell me, where do I find your forgiveness? What room do you keep it in? What am I hiding from you? What are you looking for? Run along now. What do you want? What do you want? Remember back in that room. Remember that room. Remember them in that room. That bright big room. The small dull room. Remember that room. Do you remember that room? Don't you remember that room? Don't you remember that room? Remember that room? Remember room?
In the beginning there was
In
nothing.
principio non c'era nulla.
There was nothing in the
Non
beginning.
c'era nulla in principio.
And then shortly after
E
there
poi,
was
poco dopo,
one foot,
ci fu un piede
which hardly fazed me, but I noticed
che
it.
manco mi disturbava, però lo notai,
But it caused no change in me.
ma non causò alcun effetto su di me.
It didn't even touch it.
Neppure lo toccai,
Thought
il pensiero.
or looked twice,
Ho guardato 2 volte,
maybe twice,
forse 2,
but not more than anyone
ma
else
non più
would
di
have.
nessun altro avrebbe fatto.
Not more than any reasonable person
Qualsiasi
could
altra
predict.
persona ragionevole avrebbe
Would
potuto
want to
predire,
predict.
avrebbe voluto predire.
It was a foot,
Quello era un piede,
just one foot.
solo un piede.
That is indeed what a foot
Quello
looks
è,
like.
in effetti, come un piede appare.
I have two.
Io ne ho 2,
I see them almost every day.
li vedo quasi ogni giorno.
I can close my eyes and see them in the dark headspace. I didn't even need to rub my palms against my eyes. That is a foot.
Quello è un piede.
There can be no doubt about that.
Non c'è nessun dubbio su questo. Bup, bup, bup.
Foot.
Piede.
When there became 2 feet,
Quando ci furono 2 piedi,
I took notice.
ho preso nota.
I thought, wow,
Sono
Isn't that
fermato e ho
something?
pensato, wow, che roba.
is that strange?
Non è strano.
No, feet often
No,
come in
i
pairs.
piedi sono di solito in
I
coppia.
didn't think anything more about it. No
Non ci ho
good
pensato
would
più.
come of my thinking of it,
Niente
even I
di
knew
buono
that.
sarebbe sorto dal mio pensarci, perfino io lo so.
Then there came a
Poi
third foot,
venne
and I
un
began to
terzo piede
feel
e cominciai a sentirmi
different.
differente.
For the first time,
Per la prima volta
I thought about the foot, the first foot, and then about the second, and then I thought a lot about the
al
third
primo
foot.
piede, poi al secondo e poi ho pensato molto al terzo piede.
I wondered, why is that
Mi
there?
chiesi
Just on the sand like
Sulla
that.
sabbia così.
Alongside nothing, attached to nothing, having no attachments, just a foot on the beach, washed up and alone.
Spiaggia spiaggiato da solo.
And I thought on that.
Ci ho pensato su.
I began to feel
Ho sentito il bisogno
the need to have ideas
di
about the
avere
foot
idee
and everything about it.
e tutto quanto riguardo.
I know I felt this need because ideas about the foot began coming to me.
Le idee cominciarono ad attingermi.
Some of them I came up with
Come di loro
for
le ho
comfort,
pensate per conforto,
just to get on solid
giusto
ground,
per sentirmi ben radicato,
get my
per
bearings,
avere radici,
gain my footing,
per avere i piedi per terra,
get my sea
per
legs,
prendere piede,
just to have a thought and recognize
avere
it.
un'idea e riconoscerla.
I did not seek out the facts.
Non ho cercato i fatti,
I did not need those yet.
non ho avuto bisogno di loro al momento.
I don't think the notion of
Penso che la
facts came
nozione
out
dei fatti
until...
fosse venuta quando fu?
When was it? It must not have been until the
Mi sa che
14th
fu al
foot.
14° piede.
By then I had
Però
already created
appunto
so
avevo già
many
creato così
reasons
tante ragioni.
that the ideas felt like facts and the facts felt like ideas. I suppose for me
Credo
it
che per me
is
sia
a desire to
un
be found,
desiderio di essere trovata,
finally.
finalmente.
Or
O
even loved,
perfino amata,
which is impossible.
il che è impossibile.
I know,
Lo so.
and
E io
I'm drawn to that.
sono attratta da questo.
So this is where I'm at now.
Qui è dove mi trovo al momento.
I feel like none of it will ever be
Sento
finished.
che niente sarà mai finito.
I just really
Io davvero
don't know it all.
non so nulla.